gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in... Go.
Now please welcome the paranormal couple, Cody and Satori.
Yeah, I'm glad because we were afraid for a minute that this was not going to go well. So definitely let us know in the chat how you're doing, if you can hear us. Tell us where you're watching from. Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a little while. So we didn't do a show 2 weeks ago because we were on the road for our big trip. We had a couple events out in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
We did the Old Harriman Hospital on August 29th, and then we did Old South Pittsburgh Hospital on August 30th
Yes.
with Rochelle. Unfortunately, Brian couldn't attend because, as you know, most of you probably know who saw the last live stream we did with them, he had unfortunately gotten hurt, so he couldn't make it out. The doctor wouldn't let him, so he couldn't make it. So we had a great time.
That was pretty great.
Yeah,
everybody was pretty great. There were a lot of people. I feel like we made a lot of new friends. We had a great time with everyone. We tried something a bit different with this event that I think we're gonna try incorporating into events in the future, I guess, where we really looked at both sides of the field, like different practices, whether it's more spiritual, more tech-based, and like data collecting. So it was really cool to cover all sides of it. I had a great time.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We had a couple Patreon museum members come and join us and investigate. We had Alan out there, and it was really fun. We had a great time.
Watching from the Sally house right now.
Wow, that's cool.
Wow, we must be pretty cool to be watching from the Sally house right now.
That's cool. That's really neat.
Makes me feel cool.
Well, hopefully you get some activity tonight.
Yeah. I will say, by the way, Tennessee is gorgeous. It really is. Very pretty. And we stayed at some really awesome spots and got to see some amazing views. We don't have mountains and things like that in Rhode Island. So when we go out to these states and we see all the mountains and it's really, really cool.
Yeah. And Satori does not like to fly, as you guys know. She hates planes. So
I hate the chance of not being able to get off the plane, you know, like it just going down. That's my fear, because I feel like you're stuck inside of a tin can flying through the sky.
You kind of are.
Yeah. So I don't feel safe. So
what we usually always do is drive everywhere. And I love driving, thankfully. And so this is our second time out to Tennessee, and it was great. We stopped in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, and if you saw our most recent upload, our most recent YouTube video, the Ripley company, Ripley's Believe It or Not, invited us out to check out a few of their locations. So we filmed at the Gatlinburg Ripley's location. They invited us to go to the aquarium out there, which was fun.
We live in northern Indiana. My husband and I have COVID. My husband.
I don't know.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, I hope you enjoy watching us.
Yeah.
At least we entertain you.
Yeah, hopefully everyone heals up. So we filmed there, and then we filmed at the Ripley's in St. Augustine, and got to stop and see our friends at Ghosts and Gravestones. Really great time. And we did the event, of course, a couple events in Tennessee, and then we stopped in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
So this upcoming Tuesday, we have a new video coming out, and we got to take a backstage tour of the haunted Savannah Theater with Micah and Courtney, who you'll meet in the video. Really awesome people, and they run a great operation down there. So that's coming this Tuesday for the regular video. So stay tuned for that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's new? The jewelry business.
It's going well. I'm actually wearing a piece that's on right now. This is actually a labradorite. It flashes blue while I'm moving around on camera. So if you guys want, I'll get up close and you can see it. There you go. There's that blue flash. So that's currently up in shop. We do have some pieces up. I will say we are baffled with just how fast the fall collection has gone. So thank you so much to everybody who has supported the business. We had pumpkins and cauldrons and witches' brooms and all sorts of fun things like that. I know there's still some products available, some really pretty statement pieces that are all unique, and we're working on some new stuff. My mom has been working on some pretty interesting things. These are not in shop yet, but I want to show off something she made us.
Yes, we should.
Okay.
All right, ready?
So should I tell them what it is first, or should we just show them?
I think we should show them. We kind of explained to
Okay,
ready?
Will it connect?
Yeah, there we go. Look at these cool eyeball rings. It reminds me of the eyeball book from Hocus Pocus, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Creepy.
But it's super cool. So she's making rings that look like you're wearing eyeballs. So she's working on that right now. We get to wear the first ones, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, no,
I'm
cool.
loving it.
They're really cool.
So stay tuned for some eyeball rings. All right.
Eyeball rings.
Eyeball rings. And maybe some eyeball earring. I don't know. We'll see what is created.
You upgraded your membership. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And speaking of memberships and things like that, awesome. That's cool. We have to give a huge shout out to our museum members over on Patreon. Let's do that. They are. Oh, this is YouTube. I guess. Uh-oh.
Here's that.
All right, something's glitching out here. So these are our YouTube members. Unfortunately, our Patreon members aren't showing up here tonight, which is weird.
What happened?
I don't know. We're going to have to fix that
Well, now
afterwards.
they're all going to be sad.
Yeah, and that means I'm going to have to probably type them all in one by one again. And there's a lot of them. So
thank you to all of our members and patrons who have helped supported the museum. I'm sorry if your name did not show up. This new system sometimes likes to crash out. So we'll fix that. But you guys can give us trouble on the bonus show that's coming up after this. We're going to be investigating an item that's in our collection. This is one of the only times we've taken this item out of the museum since it was brought in, and it's really intense. So we, just a warning, it's an intense item. It's from our darker collection. And we do have protection around it. It is binded, but we're going to investigate a little bit and see what happens as safe as we can. So
now there's two ways to watch the bonus show. You can either go over on Patreon and join over there. There's multiple tiers you can do over there. Or you can join right here on YouTube. I think it's $2.99 a month. And you can join for 1 month and then cancel, whatever. It's the same thing on Patreon, but you can do it here as well. Some people prefer to do it on YouTube, and some people prefer to do it on Patreon.
Yeah, the member on YouTube is great. I will say that there's some extra perks that come with Patreon tiers, but you get access to the live show on the YouTube.
Yeah, so it works great.
Mm-hmm.
It works great. And then another announcement.
I know. I feel like we haven't even gotten to the show yet.
I know, right?
It's been a while since we've been on, guys.
It's been like a month since we've been on here. So a couple of events.
So sit still.
Couple of events. Oh, geez, you're being intimidating. So if you haven't been to our website yet, go to paranormalcouple.com. It's scrolling across the bottom there. We have 2 events coming up, bigger events for the fall season that you can attend. One is coming up in Iowa, believe it or not. This is our first time going out to Iowa. And that's going to be fun. It's a Pride ghost hunt. And we're going to have a great time out there. Yeah,
we love doing events that help support all different kinds of people and different organizations. We do everything from, domestic violence, help, raise funds to support that, homelessness, food pantries. And this time we are doing a Pride investigation.
Yeah,
so
anyone
we're so
who needs
excited.
help, we like to help them. So we're going to do that. And then on October 25th in Massachusetts, so this is for the New England peeps, we have a stage show. This is the first time we're doing it with John Zaffis. And it's called Forever Haunted. And we're bringing objects from both of our museums. And we're going to present them on stage.
If you want to be stuck in a room with the three of us troublemakers and a bunch of haunted objects for a little while, it's definitely a fun night.
Yeah, it's an awesome night.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really cool night. All right, let's check out the chat room. I know we have a few questions coming in here, so let's go over here.
I still don't know how this works. I feel like I'm watching a magic show when you start clicking buttons.
It's definitely different, but we're getting used to it here. So we have a few starred questions. Huge shout out to Erin, who is behind the scenes, who is helping us out like she usually does. First question up. Any new tech displayed while we were at the events in Tennessee?
Like spirit boxes.
Yeah, spirit boxes.
Like
Brian and Rochelle, they have a really cool device that we are actually saving up for. Is a binaural microphone that gives direction. It's amazing. It looks like two ears that are stuck to like a tube. Really cool. You can look them up. Binaural microphones. So we're saving up for one of them, and always get great results with that thing. And the cool thing is we had a gentleman named Ian there who builds equipment. And he's actually going to be making us one of these things. He had like this big rectangular board, right? And it had a grid on it with a bunch of LED blue lights. And you place it on the floor, and all you have to do, if something passes over it at any height, it lights up the grid in that pattern. It was really, really cool. So he's building us one of them eventually, and our friends Lorelai and Jeff, they're going to get one as well. And he always builds some weird things that are really cool that we like to use. So we're going to do that. Here's another question we got here. What is your... Yeah, you want to read it?
What is your best advice to other paranormal investigators? Be respectful and be open to experiencing different things. Because you can be skeptical, but I think you need to be open to all different... methods of the paranormal, different branches of the paranormal, because you truly don't know the answer. So you have to be open while also being respectful and looking at things from different perspectives.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, respect goes a long way in the field, not just with the living, but with also the dead as well. You have to remember that you're doing this because of them, right? So and you don't want any bad karma coming after you from the other side either. So you need to make sure that you're polite, like you're meeting people for the first time.
I believe in karma.
Yeah. All right. Here's a good question from Jennifer.
Are y'all going to do merch like shirts at some point? We are looking into it. We used to do museum merchandise, but then life just got so crazy, we had to kind of discontinue that. But I will say we're working on some new designs. So that's all I can say right now. I'm not sure if or when things are going to drop, or how, but things can change really fast. So we'll keep you updated. Things will develop really, really fast.
Yeah. All right. Here's one from Joey Lynn. Show hers.
Did you guys see about the Conjuring house going up for auction? Y'all should totally buy it. I see how much you love it there. It would be amazing owners treat it like spirits, right? So I wish we could afford what that house is probably going to go for. Cody and I, it's a lot. And we're not kidding when we say that we really depend on the support of all of you guys to help push our dreams along, because you guys are helping build this from the ground up. We do not have a lot that we're working with. Did we hear about the auction? Yes. What we will say is we hope whoever gets the house treats it respectfully, as the way it should, and makes it accessible for everybody. So that's really where we stand on that, and respects the spirits, because we love them so much. I could talk for hours about them, and their personalities and just how amazing each spirit in that house is. So I won't talk your ears off about it, but we just hope someone treats it right.
We're putting trust in the universe that it ends up, in the right hands, the people that it's supposed to end up with. And hopefully the universe, helps us out a bit and puts the house on the right path to whoever it belongs. So I guess we'll find out sooner or later. So But good question. We did hear about it. All right, let's do one from Barbara, another Patreon member here. Cody and Satori, you guys going to do something live for Halloween?
So we can't do anything live on Halloween itself because we are going to be doing a live, like a investigation with people in a haunted mine in New Jersey. So I'm not I think that might have sold out, but you should check it out just in case it hasn't or tickets become available. Sometimes people's schedules change. But it's at Sterling Hill Mine in New Jersey.
Ogdensburg, I believe it's pronounced. I probably said it wrong, but
if you look at New Jersey Paranormal
or our website,
and it's on our website, paranormalcouple.com. You can see if you want to come on an investigation with us on Halloween.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's answer one more here, and then we'll jump into the regular show.
Oh yeah, we do like a show, don't we?
Yeah, we have a show we have to do.
Oops.
All right, here we go. Sydney.
Did you guys bring Liza to the event? Hopefully no car problems.
We didn't bring any objects.
Bring any objects.
And we found that when we don't bring any objects, we're okay.
So it's either
she doesn't get jealous.
Liza or nothing. Yeah. Like that's what we found out. If nobody else is getting attention above her, then that's fine.
Yeah.
So
good question.
Absolutely nuts.
Good question. Well, we're all in the same paranormal group here, so maybe we're
all
sound crazy. Yeah. All right, you ready to jump into the regular show?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
You know what? Our intro and all of our transition music, it's kind of good. And then people get amped up. They're like, this is going to be great. And then we come up on screen and they're like, kind of boring.
Yeah.
But people keep coming back. I don't know why.
All right. So if you haven't been here before, Satori and I, we of course do this show. And every episode that we do, we like to showcase an item from our museum. If you didn't know, we have a haunted museum, hundreds of items.
You should know by now.
And we like to show you guys an object from the museum. Now, if you are a Patreon member that subscribes to the case file tier or higher, then you already know about the objects that we show you on this show, because they get to see them first because we send them a case file in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we take those items and we slowly, show them on the live show once in a while. So they've already learned a lot about
them
this.
Sometimes, like right away when we get them.
Yeah. So it's a great time. So this one is a clown. I'll warn you ahead of time. If anyone is afraid of clowns, then you might want to look away. It's not a scary clown. It's kind of a cute clown.
Which clown are we talking about tonight? I know we have many in the museum.
Yeah, so this one, you guys know I love titles. So this one's called the Convulsing Clown.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I think I know which one you give names, and sometimes I know the objects obviously, but sometimes you give like the names to the case file.
I was a big fan of Goosebumps growing up, so I love the creative titles when it comes to the item. Just for the case files. I'll
let you do your thing.
So in a second, we're going to pop up an image of the object, and if anyone's a psychic or a medium or sensitive in any way, even if you're not sensitive, if something pops into your head, whether it's a word or you start feeling an emotion, anything at all that relates to what you're seeing or feeling, write it in the comments, because what we'll do is we go back and actually live, we look at the comments and we can see if there's any correlation to you guys, because obviously you're not all in the same room together and you're not talking to each other. So if two or more people say the same thing, that's interesting to us. Mm-hmm. That means maybe is something weird going on here that is spreading over the internet here, which is weird that people are picking up on stuff. So if you feel anything at all, or if a word just randomly pops into your head, put it in the comment section, and that helps us out a lot. So here we go. I'm going to pop it up on the screen, and then we'll get into the case file a little bit. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. All right.
This guy.
There it is.
Yeah, I know this guy.
So again, leave a comment and let us know what you think. All right. So while we are reading the case file, we're going to read a couple bullet points. Not going to read the whole thing because, again, that's our Patreon members have done that. Very similar to our book. If you've read our book, same format. Going to read a few points, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to pop up our show poll and let you guys answer that way too. If you don't get a word or anything or an emotion that pops up, you can vote this way, and we get a better understanding of what's going on this way as well. So we're going to sweep over to that. Creepy and scary. That's interesting.
Okay.
So a couple different ways you can join in on the poll. You can either type the correlating hashtag in the comments. You have to make sure you use that hashtag symbol and write hashtag A for yes, hashtag B for no, hashtag C for not sure. Or if you have a smartphone, you can scan that QR code, and it'll pop up a web page where you can just click your answer.
Oh, they're still coming in.
And then they'll start coming in. So while you guys are voting, we'll look at the answers, the results afterwards. We're going to start reading the results, the case file,
What
rather.
did you name this case file again?
The Convulsing Clown.
Mm-hmm.
Case number 080120.
You know how I remember the clowns in our museum?
How?
I'll be like, squishy clown, angry clown, happy clown, and I'll do that. And then, unless they give us their name, and then I know them, it's like, that's Larry, you know?
Yeah. I know, right?
So it really depends. But I like how you give them more like you take the case and then you find like a cool name.
Yeah, you're going to understand why I called it that in a few minutes here. All right. So this case dates back to August 1st of 2020. And like most objects, the individuals who reach out to us, we call them our clients because we're dealing with them, and they usually reach out through email or send us a message on one of our social media accounts, something like that. This person emailed us, and this is what they said. The subject line was urgent: haunted toy in my baby's room. Hi, Cody and Satori. I hope you can help me. I bought a vintage musical clown toy for my son's nursery because I thought it would be cute and soothing. It's a wind-up toy that basically moves and plays soft music. It reminds me of the robots in It's a Small World at Disneyland. So it has a little wind-up thing on the back, and it just slowly moves around. Kind of creepy. But at first, it thought it worked fine, but now something is very wrong. 2 weeks ago, I woke up to my son screaming like he was terrified. When I ran into his room, I saw the clown moving like crazy, almost vibrating on the dresser. It wasn't playing music, just moving very fast, way faster than it should have. I thought I was imagining it because when I tried it later, it worked perfectly normal. But since then, it has happened multiple times. My baby screams every time, and he always stops when I take the clown out of his room. I have a bad feeling about this. I need the thing gone. Please tell me how to send it to you or get rid of it. Sorry for the urgency. I'm a single mom and really creeped out. You can even call me if you want. And then she gave her phone number and said thank you, and we're not going to say her name.
Yeah, we're going to summarize. We summarize each case file. So if we sound like we're stuttering or, we're just summarizing little sections
we
for
skip
you.
some of the personal information.
Yeah.
It's personal information, All right, so we're going to bounce around and read some of the bullet points
This one right here?
Yeah, the first one, yep.
All right. How was object obtained? Client purchased the clown from a small children's resale boutique in, I can't say where. She stated that she was decorating her baby's nursery and thought it would be a good fit for her theme. The item was tested at the shop and appeared to function normally. When it was time to decorate the baby's room, she placed it on top of a tall dresser away from reach. After laying the baby to sleep, she would wind up the clown on the way out of the room and let it play until it shut off. Clown acted normal for the first night, but things changed drastically the next evening. Why do you think the object is the cause of paranormal activity? Client states that the baby's nighttime screaming episodes began within 48 hours of him sleeping in his new room. On 2 occasions, the client witnessed the clown moving erratically without music. This, of course, is unusual and not normal. After the first incident, she thought it was a fluke, so she left the clown in the room, which she now regrets. During the second sighting of the clown going crazy, client swears that she saw the clown move in ways that it's not supposed to move. Client states that the toy malfunctioned normally when she I'm talking too fast tonight. Functioned normally when she purchased it. She even tested it in the store. She states that she feels, quote, an energy shift at night. She expressed that removing the clown from the nursery immediately stopped the baby screaming at night.
So one quick question popped up from, or one statement rather, from Jennifer that I thought is great. We should pop up. I feel it could be a spirit manipulating the toy, not the toy being haunted per se.
Interesting, because that's kind of my.
We think most of our items are actually that way. I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions from what we believe. I guess a lot of misconception, and again, this is just us talking. A lot of misconceptions from our point of view is that a lot of people believe that haunted objects means a spirit is trapped within the object, like
and
a genie in a bottle.
Some cultures practice that.
Yeah, like the gin and Dybbuk boxes, things like that, where you have a spirit locked inside of an item, trapped inside of an item. We would rather be on the side of believing that a spirit is just interacting with the item.
In most cases, definitely.
But we definitely have some items in the museum because mostly ritualistic items and religious items where the spirit is more intertwined within the object.
What I will say that's interesting is a lot of people are claiming to feel like a tightness in their chest, trouble breathing, dizziness. And then there are some people that say, I just feel happy. Like, I feel like this is non-mischievous. I feel like they're just, smiley and happy. So I'm wondering if the person depends in this case with this item. Because usually with items we're showing you all kind of go down the same path a little bit. But with this one, it seems like you guys are branching off in two very specific directions.
That's interesting. All right, keep watch on that. All right. So we're on the second page here.
Mm-hmm.
Unexplained anomalies with electrical devices. One strange event involved the client's baby monitor. She states that when she lays down for bed, she places the baby monitor on a nightstand so she can listen in, especially after the first clown episode. When the second event began to occur, she first heard static coming across the baby monitor. She picked up the monitor and played with the volume to get it to stop. As she was doing this, the baby began to scream, so she jumped out of bed and ran in to find the clown moving like crazy again. No other household devices have been affected. Manipulation of objects. Besides the clown shaking and moving far faster than mechanically possible, the client states that there have been a couple of other strange events since the clown has been moved out of the baby's room after the last incident. The client states that she put the clown on the kitchen table after the final episode in the baby's room. Upon returning home the other night, she found the clown sitting in one of the chairs at the table. She found this quite creepy because of the way the clown was positioned. She states that it was facing the back of the chair, so when she walked into the home, it looked like it was staring through the slats straight in her direction. She also freaked out. It also freaked her out knowing that, quote, there was no possible way it could have ended up there without it being paranormal. Interesting. You want to go?
Do I want to go?
Do you want to go?
Unexplained sounds. A few times over the past couple of days, client has heard the clown's music playing without being near it. This is impossible because she has not wound it up. Client states that she can definitely feel like something is off. She expressed to us that she feels like whatever is with the clown is trying to scare or get a rise out of her. She said that even though these events do frighten her, she tries to, quote, act completely normal and unfazed with the hopes that the energy will give up. And then we have an update on August 13th. Today, Satori and I received, that's weird, the clown in the mail. The first thing we did is wind it up to see if it's working normally. We did this a few times, and every time it worked fine. When we placed the clown in our quarantine room with a motion sensor positioned near it, then we placed the clown in our quarantine room. We also have an audio recorder and EMF detector sitting next to it. One odd thing that we noticed while placing down the EMF device was that the clown was giving off a spike of energy. I, Cody, could find no normal explanation as to why this was happening, especially since this clown has no batteries or electrical components. It is purely mechanical. After stepping away from the clown and watching it for a few minutes, the EMF spike dissipated.
Real quick, huge shout out to Claire. Thanks for becoming a member on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, my turn. You want to? Oh, you
I'll
want to do it? Good.
Yeah, this is another update on the 22nd. This evening, Satori and I were able to reach our client over the phone. She was happy to report that since removing the clown, the baby has slept peacefully. The client states that there have also been no further unexplained disturbances in the home as well, which makes us happy to hear. She also told us that the baby monitor has not made any static sounds again as well. The clown has now been moved into our doll and clown section because they're kind of close to each other in the museum, where we will continue to monitor if anything else occurs. As we were ending the call with our client, she gave us one final statement. Whatever it was doing, it wasn't for us. I'm just glad it's gone.
Bless you. Bless you.
That's not paranormal. It's allergies. So,
yeah, we had a lot of great comments. I think it was Danielle. She actually guessed it had something to do with a baby before we even mentioned it.
yeah.
So that's really cool. So yeah, this is why we love this. So the poll looks like 24 people voted yes, they feel something with the object. In second place was no, with can't see how many people.
13.
13 people,
Mhm.
and then 3 people were not sure. Interesting, right? It's cool to get the audience involved. That's one cool thing that I love about the format of this new show here, that we can hear from you guys in real time besides the comments, and you can vote that way, because not everybody's sensitive, not everybody can feel something, and we want to know if somebody doesn't feel anything too, because
Yeah.
it's totally fine. Do we believe everything in our museum is haunted or has a spirit following it? Absolutely not. And some items, once they come to our museum, we believe that that they're just not active anymore, because the living energy, we believe, is a huge piece of the puzzle when it comes to these items being active. So I think that was really cool. That's a cool object. And
Good job, guys.
yeah, we have some questions, I believe.
All right.
All right, here's one.
We did answer that. We have tried to make it sing and dance.
Yeah, and
We played it and it worked fine.
totally normal, acted totally normal, and it hasn't, done what the clients claimed as of yet.
Mhm.
The violent shaking.
That
and
came
things
in
like
before I read the part of the case file, and I felt bad because I saw the question and I was like, oh, I'm kind of answering it.
Yeah. All right, here is one from Mary Beth. Is it old? Not really sure. It looks like the 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess you can consider it vintage.
but I'm sure.
No offense.
We can either do it, or if someone wants to, if you do a reverse Google image search, I'm sure we can find
I
out
see
some more
Erin raising her
information.
hand behind stage. She's already on it.
She's on it. So
All of our
um,
patrons are probably like,
that's
quick.
one cool thing about the bonus shows that we do is when we have objects like this, we learn so many new things about them on the bonus shows, because I have to go up here now.
Yeah.
Because everyone that's a museum member and YouTube member, they all chime in, and they do research on the item, so we learn so much history about the object and stuff. It's one of our
You
favorite
don't like
things
when
to
I
do.
touch the buttons. Every time we're on the show and I touch the buttons, I see you start to sweat.
Yeah, because there's an order you have to push them.
Oh no, there isn't an order you have to. You just feel like we have to do it that way. And I touch a button and I know what I'm doing, and all of a sudden I see you go and you start touching things like I'm doing something wrong.
You did a good job.
Yeah, I did a good job. I knew what I was touching.
You did a good job.
Mm-hmm. What were you gonna call me? You said Yura and then you stopped.
I think you did a good job.
Do we need to answer any other questions before the next segment?
Yeah.
70s to mid 80s.
70s to mid 80s. Okay, perfect. So a little older than I thought it was. That's interesting.
I feel like we knew that, but I don't have the file actually in front of me. I just have the digital copy.
Yeah.
So we have information in our file, but we have so many files that off the top of our head, it's harder. We have to go get the file.
Yeah. Here's an important question from Sydney, and I know a couple of people have kind of been backing her up here. They want an answer to this. We need to name the little ghost that's in the corner of the screen. It's flying around there. So
everybody's gonna have to put in a name.
Yeah, well, put in a name and
throughout the show.
Yeah, and then maybe the next show we do, we'll have a poll, and you guys can vote on what name. We'll pick like the top 3 or the top 5 or something, and then you guys can vote. We'll name the little ghost there. Good idea.
Maybe. I might just hear a name I really like.
Good idea. All right. You ready to go to the next segment?
Sure.
Because we have to do a show.
Sure. Just go.
All right. All right.
We have to ask each other questions
now.
now.
This is like the segment for Satori and I. We like to come up with some questions. We either come up with them ourselves or we do some research and pull them from the internet, and just because they're interesting questions, and we just go back and forth. And if you guys have a question, then we'll answer it as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, ladies first.
All right. So I will admit some of my questions I got from the internet. So I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm in like this vintage chair right now, and it's hard to get comfortable. All right. If you could only eat one food as a spirit on the other side for all eternity, what would it be and why?
French fries, because they're my favorite food.
I should have known that.
And pizza. I like pizza.
Definitely French fries.
All unhealthy foods I like.
I feel like you would be eating French fries on the other side.
Like I like American pub food. Burgers, French fries, pizza.
I feel like when we get to the other side, we're like, where's Cody? Yep, I knew it.
Or pastas. I like pastas too, like an Alfredo or
yeah.
Stuff like
I would
that,
probably be eating something like that.
But I would go if I had to pick one, French fries all the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like French fries.
Okay.
And pizzas.
Do you have a question
French
for
fry
me?
Pizza. Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
All right. Do you think spirits intentionally choose who can see them, or do you think it's just random? Like, do you think you can choose, all right, I'm going to let that person see me right now? Or do you think it's just you catch them out of the corner of your eye and there they are?
I feel like it's both, to be honest, because I feel like if a spirit wants you to see them, they can definitely do that.
Yeah.
But I think it takes a lot of energy, and they can't always control when it happens or what it looks like. Yeah. I think they try really hard sometimes, and there's that. But there's also like time slips where it's completely unintentional because they think you're the ghost, I think.
I think most of the sightings of spirit is like accidental. Mm-hmm. Because most of the reports are, you saw somebody in your peripheral vision there and caught them by accident. You know what I mean? And I think sometimes, like you said, if a spirit uses its energy and really tries hard, then yeah, we've done cases where people have asked, please just show yourself, and then it's happened. You know what I mean? Whether it's in a picture or on video. Very rare to see it with your naked eye, but we've done cases where people have asked and they've received. So yeah.
You had to choose just one tool for a full paranormal investigation. What would it be and why?
One piece of equipment?
Yes. Well, I guess a tool. I guess it could be anything. It doesn't have to just be equipment. It could be an item.
Besides a flashlight?
Yep, you can't. Nope. Flashlight is not already given.
Okay. Oh.
Yep. So do you want to use the flashlight? Okay, how about you get a flashlight?
I know. I want a night vision camera because I don't need a flashlight. If you have a night vision camera, and then you're covering the video and the audio.
Okay.
That's all you need.
Okay.
Most of the data that we collect is audio, besides what,
I was going to say, really, like, we're kind of the...
Yeah, well, you asked equipment.
Well, I didn't say equipment. I said a tool.
A tool.
Yeah.
Tool and equipment. Pretty much the same thing.
I don't know. All right, is it your turn? Okay.
Do you believe spirits can dream like we can?
You asked that. The way you asked that just sounded like a when the party gets past like midnight and everyone's super tired and we're all just asking each other really weird, deep questions. Can spirits dream?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. That's something that we should ask a spirit.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Next time we go to a location and do our method, we have to ask that. You know, the spirit's probably going to be like, "What? Why are you wasting your time asking me this question?" But
it's interesting.
It might be cool to know if they have dreams like we do.
Yeah.
Because don't people say dreams are like bridges between our world and their world? Because a lot of people see their passed on loved ones and things, meet them in dreams and give them messages.
Yeah.
So can they dream as a connection to our world?
Yeah, spirits dream and enter. That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Should, but we have to ask these questions. So we get so used to using our method that a lot of people are like, "That's really cool," and we're like, "No, it's not." But then also we get a spirit present and we just go, hi. And that's really all we do. Can you give us your name? Like, we need people with us to be like, ask this question.
That's true.
You accidentally provoke a spirit during an investigation. How do you calm them down? You're good at that.
I'll probably send you in.
Yeah, probably. Well, I don't really help the situation all the time.
You have to, like I said at the beginning.
There are times where I go to do something, you're like, Tori, don't. Like, I'm like, you go, I need to handle this. And I'm like, I'll handle it. And you're like, no.
Yeah.
So I feel like you wouldn't send me in.
You have to do it just like you're talking to a living person that's still alive.
That, again, does not change much for me because I talk to living people that way.
Yeah, so maybe I'll handle it. I'll just
maybe. I think you are good with people. Them. You're quiet, but you're good with people when you talk to people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's something you're good at. I feel like you would be good at just being like, hey, bud, let's chill out here and then have a conversation.
No reason to be upset with me. Be upset with her.
That's good cop, bad cop. That's so true, though. Can't tell you how many people that probably are mad at me but like you. There are a lot of people that are like, Cody's a nice guy. I don't know about Tori, but Cody's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. No comment. All right, let's go to the chat. See if there's any questions out here. Here's one from Linda.
If you bring something home that has an attachment, what happens to that spirit? That happened over 20 years ago. Just wondering if the spirit okay. So
just became quiet or leave. So like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I think the living energy surrounding an item, whether it's just a haunted house, a haunting, or an object, right? It plays a huge part in the activity that's happening. Example, the Conjuring house. The Perron family had 5 girls living under the roof, and we theorize that that's one of the big theories that's why that haunting kind of triggered, right? Same thing with an object. The living energy can kind of trigger and bring out whatever's happening as well. We believe that when you move an item from one location to another, sometimes that can change the energy with that item because it's in a new environment, and it's just not acting the same. Sometimes it starts acting up again. Sometimes it doesn't, and it just sits dormant. It depends on the situation, really. Depends on where it's being brought to, and it depends on the people who either live or are around the item at that new location. And anything can change that. If a new person is brought into the new location, that can change the energy. All different things. Just the room you have it in can change the activity that's happening around it. So, good question.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. What is your guys' most scariest experience ghost hunting?
I watched a couch slide back and hit a wall.
I was there for that. Yeah.
And that was kind of scary because we were telling a spirit that they couldn't be mean to the people that live in the house. And he didn't like that. And he had a history of being that way. So I think watching something be manipulated that was so large in our environment, like it was nothing, the way it flew back was, I couldn't even push it like
literally,
that.
like just it stayed in the same position, the same, like, and just slid.
That was, you're like, oh, we're playing that game. We leveled up, you know? But we handled that case. And that was pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
What about you? I know we've worked on some evil cases that we don't talk about.
Yeah, there's been a couple cases, very, very rare. I think it's happened two times, two different cases out of the hundreds that we've done, where I've seen like a person change, maybe become oppressed,
Very rare.
not so much possessed, but oppressed, and definitely saw some weird things as a reaction of a spirit overtaking somebody. Very creepy, very creepy. But good question.
Oh my gosh, it's almost 8:50 already.
Yeah. We'll answer one more and then we'll jump over to another one here. All right, let's see. Here's one from Dominique. Would you consider collaborating with other YouTubers again, like Project Fear or Sam and Colby?
Yes. We actually saw Sam and Colby a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
They're really awesome. We had a great time. Again, we just saw them. We like to catch up, especially if we're in each other's towns or anything like that. As for collaborating with any of them again, yeah. I mean, we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah.
I will say there was some people that were thinking that we had like falling outs with people or like had bad relationships with people. That's not true. I don't know where that came from, but I have gotten a couple questions about that. So I just want to confirm that we're all good friends, So yeah, we saw them the other day. They're really cool. I think we would work with them again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're awesome. Sam and Colby are great.
I think that experience at the Conjuring House really, because none of us knew what was going to happen that week. And I think that just kind of made us all like grow a pretty cool friendship from it, actually.
Yeah.
So it was a good time.
Yeah. Good question. All right, we're going to head over to our next segment, which is the card segment.
Oh my gosh, we're going to have time for that?
Yeah, of course we are.
Okay.
All right. So you want to explain how this works?
Yeah. So I read cards. Not very well. So if it's more like a hobby, So if you want to be chosen, you have to comment #, with the symbol #me.
Just like it's written on the screen.
Like it's written on the screen, just like that. And your name will be added into it's like
there we go.
A wheel almost.
Yeah.
So we don't have control who gets picked. We will pick one, maybe two people tonight. And don't be upset if you don't get picked because we do this every other week and sometimes on Patreon. So
yeah.
But I will be pulling an advice card and an animal spirit card tonight. All right? Because a lot of you liked that.
Yeah. So I see some names coming in. Give it another second here. And then we'll do it. And then we should have time for 2 tonight. And then the cool thing is if you don't get picked tonight and you're a museum member or a member here on YouTube, every other week for the bonus show we alternate card readings and object investigation. So tonight on the bonus show, if you're a member on YouTube or Patreon, we're going to be investigating an object. And then next bonus show that we do in 2 weeks will be all card readings. So everyone who wants a reading, who is a member, will get the chance to have one done.
All right. So we're going to give it a couple more seconds. All right. Just for people to get their entries in.
Shuffling the cards.
I am shuffling the cards.
All right. I think we're good. I haven't seen
right.
too many more people in. So let's start her up.
Yay! All right, let's see what animal you got. You got the cardinal. Okay, so red bird. You need to live up to your fullest potential. Explore new directions now and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary and it is coming.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's some sort of change you need to be prepared for. Don't be afraid to take new opportunities as they present themselves to you. Go on new adventures. It may seem, it might make you uneasy, might make you nervous when these opportunities present themselves, but don't be afraid to take them, all right? So hold on to that because something's coming in the future. Do you want to choose an advice card?
An advice card?
Yeah.
For Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is a sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desires.
All right.
That's pretty neat.
Yes.
All right, we're going to start up again. We might have time for a 3 tonight.
All right.
Yeah. All right, let's start her up.
Joseph. All right. So let me just shuffle these again because I feel like they're kind of... Ooh, one just fell out. The owl. Observation. You are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of situations and people's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. So be prepared. You might have people that come into your life or situations where illusions are put up. Just look at everything with a very open mind and try to see through these experiences and certain people because you might have some deception going on, and you'll learn from this. You'll learn seeing through people like that.
And the advice card I got for Joseph was faith. Do not lose faith. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine once more. So that makes sense. Then go with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's start it up again.
I feel like we're playing a game show. You get a card.
Barbara.
And you get a card. Barbara! Let's see here. I gotta shuffle between each one. That's like a thing I do.
Yeah.
The Panther. Guidance. It is time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin new chapters in your life. You are encouraged now to expand your awareness, eliminate any fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected.
Awesome.
So, a new chapter, you're being called to release what does not serve you, focus on what you really want to gain or achieve, and it will come to you.
And the advice card I got for Barbara is inspiration. A new idea comes to you like a gentle whisper inside your heart. Listen and take action. This is inspiration from high above. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
neat.
sir.
All right, let's do one more. We'll make it an even number here.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, my gosh. All right. You have the Scorpion. New beginnings. All right. You are invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuild. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. So, get rid of everything that does not serve you. It may feel like everything's, you're stagnant, everything's falling apart or disappearing, you're hitting obstacles, but it's really pushing you to start a new path that's ultimately better for you. So be prepared for rapid change.
All right, an advice card. Let me shuffle them up here and see what we get for Nisi. All right, let's see here. Divine mystery. You, along with the sun, earth, moon, and stars, are part of one creation, a divine mystery unfolding each moment. Be present and feel the power of now. Be in the moment and witness the wonder of it all. So I think this card is telling you, Nisi, that just be more observant of things that are happening around you and enjoy them. Take some time to smell the flowers.
Okay. You're so good at this. I love Cody's cards.
Cody's cards. All right, we're going to head into our last segment of the night, one of our favorites because it involves props. So let's start it up.
I didn't know where they were. I looked around and you said props, and I'm like, where are they? All right. So if you don't know this segment, we have these handy dandy things. We have the right ones, right?
Yeah.
And they say mine says me and him, his says me and her. And we take some of your questions that come in an email, some we find online or in comment sections, and we ask each other who's most least likely to questions. All right. So let us know who you think would fit this in the comments. Or if you have a question or you just want to have fun and say, I would be most likely to do that, yourself. Feel free to do that, okay? Sorry if I've already asked these before. Who is least likely to spend the night in a notoriously haunted asylum?
Who is what?
Who is least likely to spend the night in a notoriously haunted asylum?
All right. 1, 2, 3.
What is your reasoning?
Huh?
What is your reasoning?
Multiple different reasons. Notoriously haunted asylums.
I wouldn't be scared.
Not all of them have working bathrooms, so that's
why I'm asking your reasoning.
That's a big decision maker for
Okay,
Satori.
Do you know how long it takes to get the bangs to look like that? All right. Do you know how much of a process it is to get this hair? All right. So just keep in mind, I do need a bathroom.
Neither.
Ooh. Ooh. All right. Who is most likely to accidentally provoke a spirit?
Accidentally provoke a spirit.
1, 2, 3.
Me?
That is not true. That is not true. I am kind to spirits to the point where some people go, "Why do you talk to them like that?" Like a
Look
teacher.
at the way she's talking right now.
Because you're living. Again, I'm nicer to the spirits. I will be honest. You would accidentally say something, and they'd be like, "What do you mean?" Like you would insult them on accident. I think
you would insult them on accident.
How? I would insult them on purpose.
You even said yourself that you would send me in to try getting them on our side again.
Well, because you're just kind of like, hey, buddy. Like, you're just like that. But sometimes you say things, and I look at you, I'm like, did you really say that to someone? That's my
you.
point.
It's definitely you.
Well, you're living. See? Who is least likely to run from a sudden loud noise during an investigation?
1, 2, 3.
That is not true. And you are laughing because you know what you're doing. I have never seen someone run so fast when a loud noise or a flashing light happens.
I don't run away. I just go, whoa!
Whoa! All right, I have to delete that one. Stop messing with me. Who's most likely to make friends with the ghost?
Make friends with a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. You need to do it on 3.
I know. I was thinking.
You can't see what I say.
I was thinking.
You can't think. You have to just boom.
Maybe me, but I feel like we both can make friends if we want to.
Okay.
All right. Who's most likely to capture an EVP?
1, 2, 3. See? It's not fun, isn't it?
I'm not going to say what came to my head. Because we have friends watching. Right. Who's least likely to trust the history of a haunted location without double checking? So I feel like I would trust the history, but I feel like I would need a spirit to confirm or deny if certain things happened, if that's what they mean.
Yeah. What we've been doing lately is going into locations and trying not to know any of the history ahead of time. Yeah. So we're trying to learn it from the spirits, and then we go and check it out to see if it matches up. So. And
sometimes we get in trouble because we go places that have like these stories, and then we'll go in the spirits like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And so I like to confirm with the spirit personally.
Yeah.
But
all right, you want to do?
There's one more.
One more, all right, and then we'll go to the
Who
chat.
is most likely to be targeted by a prankster or malevolent spirit?
That is 2 totally different things.
Okay, let's do a prankster spirit first.
Prankster? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I feel like
I was gonna do me for the prankster because they like seeing me go and then you for the malevolent.
Why? Why me for the malevolent?
Because
why me for the malevolent? You're the one that touches things that you probably shouldn't touch.
That's true. Okay, maybe I don't know. All right, whatever.
Cody, why are
Let's
you
go to
touching the
chat.
cursed idol in the
Let's
middle
move
of this
on.
haunted cave? Like,
Let's
that's
move on.
kind of your vibe.
All right. Here's a question. Danielle, have any of your museum items acted up since they arrived? Absolutely.
Yes.
A bunch of them.
I will say it's like sharing the room itself. It's like an apartment with hundreds of different people that have hundreds of different attitudes.
They all share a room together, and sometimes we found that when a new item comes in and you place it in its designated section, sometimes that triggers other items to start acting up because they don't really like the energy that has been brought in. So you have to move things around. It's a whole process. But yeah, the short answer is yes. All right, let's see. Here's one from Alexandra.
When you travel with your objects, how do you transport them? Metal containers? It depends on the item, and it depends on the claim. So sometimes it's as simple as we have them packaged very safely and put in cases like suitcases, briefcases, things where they're really protected because some of them need special care. There are some where we do bring them in metal containers, glass cases, and we just carry them like in their glass case because we don't want to take them out of the case. So it really depends on the item.
Yeah, it depends how fragile it is. It depends what kind of energy is with it.
Yes.
Different things like that. Most of the items we bring on the road, though, we believe are more positive items, more positive spirit energy. We really don't take a lot of the negative things on the road with us.
But you'll see on the bonus show tonight, if you watch our investigation, that we did bring a darker item to tonight's little live stream.
Yeah. All right. Here is one from... Let's see. Oh, Adam. Is that a different crucifix? That's the same one. That's the one that belonged to my grandfather.
It just looks bolder, I think, on your shirt.
Yep,
it does look bold.
Yep. Good question, though. Here's an interesting one from Tracy.
What are your thoughts on splitting up a loved one's ashes among family? And do you think separating ashes can cause a spirit to be restless or haunt one's location? So the way I see it, and this is just my belief, don't get upset if anybody does not agree with me. I believe that when you spread ashes, it's like giving a beacon for them to come and visit you. That's my personal belief. The more people that have more ashes, I feel like they can check in those areas easier. Not that they're not already checking in. I just think when you have those ashes, you're thinking about that person. That person has kind of like that piece of them there that they can go see. I do think if sometimes spirits can become restless if they didn't want their ashes to be separated that way, or maybe they are not happy with certain people. I think it can happen.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's really like the only reason why I could see a spirit getting upset. I'm more in the belief that, your vessel is just, it's pretty much nothing anymore because your spirit has moved on from that, right? So I'd like to believe, and actually some of the conversations we've had with spirit, that they don't really care what happened to their vessel after they've moved on. You know what I mean? Because it's totally different. Maybe hard to comprehend here on Earth, but it's totally different. That's why I believe like cemeteries, there's a lot of misconceptions surrounding cemeteries that, they're supposed to be the most haunted places and things like that. But why would a spirit want to hang out at a cemetery? They want to go hang out at their old house or with their friends and things like that. So I think splitting up ashes, I don't see that being an issue unless the individual has maybe an issue with the person that some of the ashes ended up with, or something like that, or they just didn't want them split up. But good question. We're a couple minutes over, but let's see if there's any other questions here, and then we'll end the show. And my dad is in like 4 different houses. Yeah, I mean that's something that people do for sure. And I think it's pretty neat. It's kind of like a little memory of your loved one. Some people think it's creepy, so all depends. And if you watched our recent YouTube video, you learned that different cultures, different countries, different cultures, they do things much differently. And here in America, we would think that is completely weird and strange and all of that stuff. It's normal. But it's normal over there, Yeah, I don't really see.
I think we're good.
Do you have your next drop date for your jewelry yet?
October 9th. Thursday,
9th.
October 9th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We are working on quite a few new pieces, but we do still have some pieces available. I cleaned up the website if anybody wants to go check it out. So thank you.
The website. Cool.
Yes, handmadebyhaws.com.
Yep,
Sorry.
there it is at the bottom there. We'll let it scroll across for a second. So starting at 9:15, we're going to start up the bonus show. You can watch that if you are a member over on Patreon or a member here on YouTube. I know a few people joined during the show tonight, so we really appreciate that. And it's going to be fun. Like I said, we're doing a object investigation tonight. This one was pulled from the dark room.
It's in studio. We're going to have some pieces of equipment around it, and we're going to have you guys ask questions.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little different type of investigation for tonight. But we appreciate you checking out the show tonight. And we will have a new video uploaded this Tuesday on YouTube. It's a fun video from Savannah, Georgia. And then we will be live with the Thursday show in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
All right, guys. Bye.
Good night.
Love you.